The first time it happened, no one believed Eli. Not even Eli himself. It was supposed to be just another routine survey mission on Kepler 442b's outer ridge, a lifeless stretch of cracked violet stone beneath a dim orange sun. The research team had been on the planet for nearly 3 months, cataloging microbial life and mapping subterranean mineral veins. It was quiet work, safe work, until the signal appeared. A faint, rhythmic pulse buried beneath layers of electromagnetic interference. It didn't match anything in the database. No known technology, no natural formation. It was intentional. Eli was the one who found it. Probably just interference, Dr. Harlan had said over comms. We log it and move on. But Eli didn't move on. He followed it. The signal led him to a narrow fissure carved into the ridge, a jagged crack barely wide enough to squeeze through. His scanner went wild as he approached, lighting up with erratic readings that made no sense. Energy spikes, biological signatures, unknown compounds, everything and nothing at once. Eli, return to base, Harlan ordered again. That's not standard terrain. Eli hesitated. Then he stepped inside. The air changed instantly. Cooler, thicker, almost alive. The walls pulsed faintly with bioluminescent veins, casting soft blue light that flickered like a heartbeat. The deeper he went, the stronger the signal became, until it wasn't just a signal anymore. It was a presence. And then he saw her. She was lying in a hollow chamber at the end of the fissure, curled in on herself as if asleep. Her form was unmistakably humanoid, but wrong in ways Eli couldn't immediately define. Her skin shimmered faintly, like liquid glass under the dim light. Her hair, if it was hair, floated around her head as though gravity had forgotten her. And her chest rose and fell in slow, shallow breaths. She was alive. Eli froze. His training screamed at him to retreat, to call it in, to wait for protocol. But something else pulled him forward. Something quieter. Something deeper. He knelt beside her. Hey, he whispered, unsure why he was whispering at all. Can you hear me? No response. Her eyes were closed, her expression peaceful, but fragile, like she was on the edge of something. Eli hesitated. Then he reached out. The moment his fingers brushed her arm, everything exploded. Light, sound, memory, not his. Eli gasped as a surge of energy ripped through him, forcing him backward. His vision blurred, filled with flashes of alien landscapes, strange skies, towering structures that defied physics. He felt emotions that weren't his. Fear, loss, longing so intense it hurt. And then, silence. He hit the ground hard, gasping for air. The chamber dimmed. The signal stopped. And the girl collapsed. No. Eli scrambled to his feet, rushing back to her. Hey, wake up. She was motionless now. No glow. No movement. Nothing. Eli, what just happened? Harlan's voice crackled through the comm. I don't know, Eli stammered. There's someone here. She was alive, and then someone, not human. A long pause. Get back here. Now. But Eli didn't move. He couldn't, because as he stared at her still form, something inside him shifted. A faint echo. A whisper. You. Eli froze. Did you hear that? He asked. Hear what? He swallowed. Nothing. But it wasn't nothing. He felt it again. A faint pulse, like a second heartbeat that didn't belong to him. You came. Eli looked down at his hands. They were glowing. What the hell? Back at the base, everything changed. The moment Eli returned, alarms were triggered. Medical teams rushed him into quarantine while a retrieval unit was dispatched to the fissure. But when they got there, the chamber was empty. No girl. No signal. Nothing. She was right there. Eli insisted, sitting upright on the med table. I saw her. I touched her. Something happened. Your vitals spiked beyond safe limits, the medic interrupted. Neural activity off the charts. You likely experienced a hallucination induced by environmental exposure. It wasn't a hallucination. But even as he said it, doubt crept in, because there was no evidence, except the glow. It hadn't gone away. Over the next few days, Eli became the center of quiet scrutiny. Tests, scans, endless questions. Nothing conclusive. No foreign organisms. No radiation damage. No infection. He was, by all measurable standards, perfectly healthy. Except for one thing. His brain was changing. New neural pathways are forming, Dr. Harlan explained, pacing in front of the display. Complex ones. Faster than anything we've ever recorded. Is that bad? Eli asked. Harlan didn't answer immediately. It's unprecedented. But Eli already knew something was wrong, because the whispers were getting louder. Find me. He jolted awake in his bunk, heart racing. The words were clear now. Not a feeling. Not an echo. A voice. Find me. Where are you? He whispered into the darkness. No response. But the glow in his hands pulsed faintly. And he knew. The next morning, Eli packed his gear. You're not cleared for field work, Harlan said firmly, blocking his path. Whatever happened out there, we need to understand it before you go wandering off again. I know where she is. You don't know anything. Eli met his gaze. She's calling me. Harlan sighed. This isn't a movie, Eli. There's no mysterious connection guiding you through alien landscapes. Eli raised his hand. It glowed brighter. The monitors behind Harlan flickered. Then explain that. Silence. 3 hours later, Eli was back in the field. This time with a full team behind him. The signal returned the moment they reached the ridge. Stronger. Clearer. Leading them beyond the fissure, to a region they hadn't explored yet. A vast, hollow basin surrounded by jagged spires. And, at its center, a structure. It wasn't built. It was grown. Towering arcs of crystalline material twisted upward like frozen waves, forming a dome that shimmered with internal light. The air hummed with energy, making every instrument useless. Stay sharp, Harlan muttered. Eli stepped forward. Here. The voice guided him to the entrance. A seamless opening that appeared only when he approached. Inside, the light intensified. And there, at the heart of the structure, she stood, alive. Her eyes opened as he entered. They weren't human. They held galaxies. You came, she said. Her voice was soft, but it echoed inside his mind. Eli took a step closer. You collapsed, he said. I thought I killed you. She tilted her head slightly. You did. The words hit him like a shock. What? When I touched you, I gave you part of myself, she continued. More than I intended. My energy couldn't sustain both of us. Eli stared at her. So what? You died and just got better? Not exactly. The structure pulsed around them, and suddenly Eli saw it. Multiple versions of her. Faint outlines layered over her form. Different positions. Different moments. You're shifting, he whispered. I exist across phases, she said. Your contact disrupted my stability. And now, you stabilized me. Eli blinked. That doesn't make any sense. She stepped closer. It wasn't threatening. It was curious. You carry my energy now, she said. And I carry yours. We are linked. Behind him, the team stirred uneasily. Weapons raised. Eli, step away from the entity, Harlan ordered. She glanced past him, and for the first time, There was fear in her eyes. "They cannot understand," she said softly. "Lower your weapons." Eli snapped. "Eli." "She's not hostile." Tension crackled in the air. Then, a sudden surge. The structure flared with light. The ground trembled, and the girl staggered. Eli caught her before she fell. Hey, what's happening?" Her grip tightened on his arm. "They found me." "Who?" Her eyes darkened. "The ones I fled." The structure shattered. A beam of searing light tore through the dome, and something descended from the sky, sleek, angular, and impossibly fast. A ship. Not human. Panic erupted among the team. "Take cover." Defensive positions. But Eli didn't move, because the girl was shaking. "They will take me," she whispered. "And everything I carry." Eli clenched his jaw. "Not happening. They are stronger than you." "Maybe," he said, "but they don't have this." He raised his glowing hand, and for the first time, he understood it. The energy wasn't just inside him. It was him. The air bent. The ground lifted. And as the alien ship opened fire, Eli stepped forward. The blast hit him and stopped, suspended inches from his chest. The world held its breath. Eli pushed. The energy surged outward in a blinding wave, slamming into the ship with devastating force. It spiraled out of control, systems failing, structure collapsing as it was hurled back into the sky. Silence followed. Eli dropped to his knees, gasping. The glow faded, and the girl smiled. "You see now," she said softly. Eli looked up at her. "Yeah," he said. "I do." But something was wrong. Her form flickered again, more violently this time. "No," she whispered. "What is it?" "The balance is breaking." Eli's heart sank. "If we remain linked," she continued, "we will both collapse. There has to be another way." She shook her head. "There is only one." Eli already knew what she was going to say. "We must separate." Silence. "And if we don't," she met his gaze, "we die." Eli laughed softly. "Of course we do." She stepped closer. "This is where our paths end." Eli shook his head. "No," he said. "We'll figure something out." "There is no time." The ground trembled again. More ships. Closer. She reached out. "Thank you," she said. "For what?" "For choosing to touch me." Eli swallowed hard. "Yeah," he said. "Best decision I ever made." She smiled faintly, then placed her hand over his heart. The world went white. When Eli woke up, he was alone. The structure was gone. The ships were gone. The signal, gone. Only silence remained. Back at the base, no one spoke of what happened. The official report listed it as an anomalous energy event. No mention of the girl. No mention of the connection. But Eli knew the truth, because even though the glow was gone, the echo remained. Faint, distant, but still there. Months later, as the team prepared to leave the planet, Eli stood at the ridge one last time, watching the horizon. "You said our paths end," he murmured. The wind whispered softly, and for just a moment, he heard her voice. "Not end," Eli smiled. "Just changed." Far beyond the stars, something stirred. A presence. Familiar. Waiting. And this time, he knew. This wasn't goodbye.